Welcome back into the channel, guys. Today we're going to have another episode in the Houston Texans rebuild, and we're going to do a couple of things to accomplish our goals in today's video. The first thing that we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and hop into our stadium, and as the feedback goes on our latest video, episode 4.5, I believe it was, everybody said they thought it'd be cool to take the Texans and turn them into the Houston Oilers. Now, this is going to be a couple-year process, so we're going to probably speed through a couple of seasons, see how this team develops, see how we can add talent to the team and how we can develop things, but we're going to get some gameplay in today's video, so stick around for that. But first things first, we're going to hit the relocate option, and then later on in the season, a couple weeks down the line, it'll give us the proper options to decide where we're going to take this team for a couple of seasons. We'll stay the Texans whenever we move to whatever city we're moving to as a temporary home, almost like the Chargers had to do with their temporary stadium and things like that. So we'll be in a temporary place, playing our games, and then eventually we'll come back to Houston and rebrand as the Houston Oilers. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see what happens with that. And with that being said, we're going to jump into some gameplay for you guys today. Hopefully there's some good highlights, and we'll see where it goes from there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined here in the Buffalo Bills game. Both 1-0 teams going at it today. And, they are a 79 overall team. We're around a 75 overall. So this could be a difficult matchup for us. We'll see what happens in today's game. We have tweaked the sliders to make them even a little bit harder than what they were on before. But they're pretty similar to the sliders, the latest sliders that I have up on the channel. So if you guys want to check those out, go ahead and give them a try. But we'll see what we can do in terms of some movement with the ball today. And I'll bring you guys around for highlights and whatnot and see what happens. And guys, this is not good. Kerry Crisp goes down with an injury here early on the first drive. Now, obviously, we brought in some depth at the halfback position, so we do have some depth. But you guys will see Kerry Crisp is going to the locker room on this one. An unfortunate loss early in the season and could definitely impact the way that this season is going to go for us. We are moving the ball here, though, on the first drive. We're all the way down to the opponent's 36-yard line, trying to punch it across for a 1-yard gain, and Curley does a fantastic job of taking us down to the 25. And let's see if we can't punch this one into the end zone to come away with an early lead. That's going to be a tough one. Kerry Crisp does go down with a torn labrum, which is more than likely going to be a quarter to a half of a season worth of injury there for him. So tough to see that. And Nick Biggs finds his man in the corner of the end zone. What a beautiful play. And what looked like a busted coverage for Braxton Berrios to get this reception in the back of the end zone. Let's look at that one more time. As you guys can see, off the snap of the ball, we're looking for maybe our halfback coming out of the backfield, but Nick Biggs rolls out quickly, and just an absolutely busted coverage here in the back of the end zone. I believe that's Tre'Davious White is the man who, must be in his zone and decided to leave Berrios wide open on the edge. And Nick Biggs does a nice job of not overthinking it. He just tosses that ball in there nice and light. Tons of space around him. No need to pass it out of bounds or anything crazy. And Berrios comes down with the safe reception and gives the Texans a 7-0 lead. A surprising, effective offense here early in the season. Doing really well. And we're joined back here early in the second quarter, as not a lot has happened to this point since that first touchdown drive. A couple of 3-and-outs and things like that. A couple of ineffective drives by both teams, and the Bills are finally moving the ball downfield here and knocking on the door. So we'll see what happens with them. They're at least, I would imagine, going to put some points on the board. They are going spread offense, so they have a good opportunity here against this defensive look. He finds a man short, not able to get the first down, and that's going to set up a field goal opportunity them to cut the lead down to 4 points. So the Bills do finally put some points on the board, but you guys can see the Bills really haven't been very effective. Neither have the Texans, outside of that opening drive where, they might have caught the Bills a little off guard. Neither team has really moved the ball too well. Not really done a whole lot on defense. We've been sacked once by Dante Fowler Jr. But outside of that, not too much to note. We'll bring you guys back in once there's something, somewhat interesting that happens. And Nick Biggs is going to get picked off here once again. This has been a tough day for Nick Biggs. After a couple of unspectacular drives on both sides of the football, these teams have put up some points. Not really any touchdowns that I thought were worthy of showing you guys. We do have a 14-10 lead, but you guys can see as Nick Biggs drops back to pass, he's trying to throw this to the curl. He's trying to throw it right here to his man, who's has a bit of space. This is Thaddeus Moss, pretty open right here, and I'd say most NFL quarterbacks can make this throw, and he just totally whiffs on that throw. I'm not sure what's going on there with his accuracy, but that's going to be his second interception of the day. He's got 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, so a bit of a slump for him here in this one, but we do have the 14-10 lead at the moment. We'll come back together here once again with about half the clock wasted in the third quarter. 14-10 lead for the Texans. However, the Bills once again knocking on the door with some potential in this drive. Good hit stick tackle there, but they're down on the 19-yard line. Josh Allen also having somewhat of an unspectacular day. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 100 or so yards, 150 or so yards. So we'll see if they can't punch this in and take the lead back from the Texans. We're going to try to blitz him here, try to get some pressure on Josh Allen. Josh Allen, like I said, hasn't had the best day. And a good tackle there by Reid in the middle. That should bring up a 3rd and 2 situation. We'll see if they decide to run. They have been running the ball quite a bit today, not with a whole lot of effectiveness, but they have been somewhat committed to it. They're going to throw out to their tight end. He breaks a couple tackles and gets into the end zone, so the Bills here are going to take a lead. A nice broken tackle by Dawson Knox, able to leak out of the backfield and make a nice touchdown reception to give the Bills a 17-14 lead with 1:56 left in the third quarter. And we'll bring you guys back in here with 8:50 left on the clock in the fourth quarter as we have a pretty interesting drive going on here with the Texans. Moving the ball down the field slowly but surely. Nick Biggs keeping things short, not passing downfield too much because of that inaccuracy as we've seen. Trying to keep it short, trying to keep things within a reasonable range. We are down to the 33-yard line with an opportunity to take the lead. We'll see what happens here, but good opportunity here for the Texans. Arrington has been good on this drive. He's had a couple of nice receptions today. Curley, though, not doing a whole lot on the ground in relief of Kerry Crisp. And just as I say that, he breaks away and beats his man to the outside. Abdul Curley going to take that one into the end zone after a nice broken tackle and a missed assignment, basically, by the safety. A bad line taken by the safety, and that'll give us the at least 3-point lead, if not 4-point lead here. And we go back up 21-17. We'll see what happens with the Bills as they come back out and try to answer. Tell you what, guys, the Bills wasted no time getting downfield this time. 3 plays later, they're down to the 18-yard line, and they're knocking on the door. They have a play-action play drawn up, and they hit their man for the touchdown. That's definitely going to be Stephon Diggs. That's his go-to man, and he gets the receiving touchdown, puts the Bills up 24-21 in very, very fast fashion. I believe that was a 4-play drive that saw the Bills move 75 yards downfield and take the lead. The inexperience of the Texans defense really showing through at this stage of a close game. We will bring you guys back in because this is an exciting one. Both teams moving the ball right now. Nick Biggs taking off for a couple of runs in this one. He doesn't have anybody open on this one. Almost gets sacked and throws that one away. But looking to at least tie this game up at the 44-yard line across the 50 with an opportunity to at least tie this game and eliminate the lead. Can Nick Biggs get it done? We'll see. He's going to try to pass to his halfback. He hits him. And that's going to take him up to the 27-yard line, giving this team a great opportunity to punch the ball in. And Nick Biggs has been hitting his targets for the most part today. We've seen some of those inaccuracies showing through, but honestly looking like a pretty good, pretty legit quarterback, and he gets intercepted there one more time. What an interception by Tre'Davious White. We were just talking about his broken coverage earlier. But let's take one more look at this and see what happened. Nick Biggs throws this ball, and it looks like Hayes gets caught on the defender. You guys can see right here, he gets stuck. He's supposed to be running a route to the sideline. So we throw that ball, and Hayes just kind of sits there, and Tre'Davious White makes a really nice athletic play. Honestly, a mistaken throw, because Nick Biggs had his man Arrington running across the field open here. There would have been no shot. This guy might have even been able to evade a tackle or two and gotten into the end zone. So an unfortunate way there to lose possession of the ball, and that could spell disaster for the end of the game here for the Houston Texans. And boy, oh boy, do I got to highlight this one for you guys. Nick Biggs trying to make something happen with 2.5 minutes left in the game. As he gets hit, he launches this one. And that's going to be a wobbler. That ball has almost no chance. And Albert O does an expert job here with his positioning to get in front of Tre'Davious White, secure this catch, and come down with both feet in bounds. Tre'Davious White, who has been, for the most part, eating up this offense today, unable to make the play there, and Albert O does a fantastic job of staying in. We'll go ahead and join back in with the team as we try to tie this game up or get the lead and win this game with almost no time remaining today. Biggs going to hit Curley out of the backfield, and that should about take us down to the 2-minute warning. That will get a playoff, and we don't. 2 minutes left on the clock, 24-21 lead for the Buffalo Bills. This is a close one, guys. And a great opportunity here to start off the season 2-0, but we'll see if we can get it done. The inexperience that this team has shown through at times during today's game. And an overthrown ball there almost turns into disaster with another potential interception. He does find his man open over the middle that time, though, Arrington, who has been having a pretty solid day. Nick Biggs, though, now with 3 interceptions. You can see those rookie mistakes have been prevalent in today's game. Able to hit Hayes that time. Minute 32 left on the clock. We're at the 20-yard line. Good opportunity here. All 3 timeouts. Don't have to rush too much. They find Albert O, and Albert O is going to get in for the touchdown. Albert O gets separation from his man and gets into the touchdown. He was huge on that drive, and that's going to give the Texans a 4-point lead. We'll see what the Bills can do when they come back out on offense. See if they can take the lead back with another quick drive. They have all 3 timeouts. And an unbelievable play. I got to highlight this one for you guys. Josh Allen bombs one deep to his man Stephon Diggs. And I can't believe he made this reception. Our man got burnt on the outside. I don't know who that is, number 25 out there, getting burnt on the edge. But look at this throw. He's about to get hit as he throws. Just chucks that one up as deep as he can get it. That's over 60 yards in the air, and Stephon Diggs able to just nice and easily catch that on the sideline. What an unfortunate series of events for the defense, but unable to make that happen over the top. We've been getting some decent pressure here at this stage of the game. We've got a nice bull rush on the right side, though he does dump it off and complete it to Singletary. They've got 1 timeout left, 30 seconds. They got to save that timeout in the hopes of at least tying the ball game up. They find their man Knox over the middle, and they are going to take their timeout. So a tricky situation here. They don't want to get sacked or something or not have this ball go into the end zone. We're going to take a timeout on our end because obviously they're coming out in a running formation and we weren't prepared to handle it. So let's go ahead and call something a little better on the defensive side of the ball, maybe a 4-6. And prepare for this type of situation, but the Bills could very well take this win right here, right now. And they do. We couldn't get over in coverage in time, There's going to be a little bit of time left on the clock, but I think that's going to do it, guys. The Bills able to come away with the touchdown. I can't believe Stefon Diggs got that touchdown reception. That's a tough way to end things. But Stefon Diggs is known for that. That's the type of play that that guy makes, and that's why the Buffalo Bills picked him up. So Buffalo, with the 31-28 lead here, probably going to walk away with the victory. And here we go, guys. With 1 second left on the clock, you'll see the last ditch attempt effort here in order to get the ball downfield, and he just doesn't have the arm to make it happen. So Buffalo will walk away from this one with a 3-point victory. Tough loss there for the Texans. They fought their heart out. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the stats from the game, and then we'll join you guys back after we see some stats to advance it and try to maybe get some more highlights packed into today's video. All right, so Josh Allen did end up playing a really good game at the end of things with a 138.5 QBR, 4 touchdowns to 1 interception in comparison to Nick Biggs' 3 touchdowns and 3 interceptions and an 83 QBR. On the ground, not much to speak of for the Texans. We did have 50 yards, which isn't too bad, and a touchdown from Abdul Curley, but it really hurt to lose Kerry Crisp early in that game. We'll check on him after the game and see what happened in terms of his injury. Alberto led in today's game with 111 yards. Abdul Curley did well out of the backfield, though, earning that third down back role, so that might be something to watch out for. Alberto was huge for us in today's game. And then, Braxton Berrios had that nice touchdown early. And not much to speak of on the defensive side of the ball. We did have a couple of sacks. Jeff Eppard came in, JoJo Stanton came in, and Frank Rucker did come in for a sack. We did get 1 interception from Dalvin Turk, but not much to speak of outside of that. Kerry Crisp is going to be out for 5 weeks, so a little bit shorter than it could have been, which is good. He's not going to be out for a super extended period of time, and we do have that depth at halfback, so we're not too worried about losing Kerry Crisp, but man, was he on a roll after his first game of the season, and it sucks to lose a guy with this type of skill set. So, we'll be looking for his return in week 7 or 8, and hope to get some production out of him for the remainder of the season at that point. We are going to attempt to extend Justin Reid here. He's been nothing short of fantastic for us this season, so we're actually going to increase our offer over what he's asking for to $32.8 million, and hopefully he'll accept that. And he does. He's happy to sign and continue to play for the organization, so can't wait to see him back in the Texans uniform for years to come. A cornerstone for this defensive build. Absolutely had to get him signed up. Not too many other players that I'm going to be desperately looking to sign. Dalvin Turk with that hidden gem. We're hidden dev. We're going to be looking to sign him back, as well as Nick Biggs and some of these young guys that were undrafted pickups for us. We are definitely looking to extend some of these guys. So, not much more to note on the contract re-signing side of things. Prior to this Los Angeles Rams game, we did have a breakout challenge for Nick Biggs, get 300 total passing plus rushing yards, 3 total touchdowns, and 0 interceptions in the win. So we were looking forward to get that done with him. Unfortunately, it was not to be. We came away with a 24-21 L against the Rams. Nick Biggs did not get his upgraded hidden dev at that point in the season, so unfortunately, we did not get him up to star, but there's a lot of hope for this kid long term, and this week we'll be facing off against the Tennessee Titans, who they're the ones that have the rights to the Houston Oilers name, which is something to keep in mind, but in our efforts to play ourselves into some type of competition this season, we're going to be looking for a win against the Titans. Heading into the game against the Titans, we have quite a few player upgrades. Nick Biggs, chief among them. We are going to upgrade him as a scrambler because we want to see if we can't continue to get more speed upgrades and things like that for him. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen this time around, but a good opportunity here to upgrade a lot of our young talent on the team and see where these guys progress to. Dalvin Turk with that hidden dev is up to a 70. We're going to upgrade Jack Hayes as a physical threat wide receiver because he's really that type of jump ball receiver that we're going to be looking to lean on with our young quarterback, Kahel Waring, who has gotten a little bit of playing time for us, gets upgraded to a 66 overall. but not super important there. This is one that I'm looking forward to, though. Frank Rucker, who has gotten some pressure for us on the season, more of a run-stopping type of player, but he has that hidden dev. We're going to look to try to maybe upgrade him as a power rusher, try to get some type of a move added to him so that he can, really continue to hone his skills and get that pressure going. With two power move there is a good upgrade for him. And that's what we got in terms of player upgrades. And another important thing to note is that prior to this Titans game, we did finally get Nick Martin back from injury, so he'll be a good rotational offensive lineman to keep around. He won't be starting because of the rookie ahead of him, but the big, really, addition back to the roster is Titus Howard. Titus Howard, coming off of injury, 75 overall right tackle, is going to be a big step up from Drew Ford, who is starting at right tackle. Now, Drew Ford hasn't played bad for us. Drew Ford actually has played admirably, but Titus Howard, it's his job to lose. If he doesn't play well, we might see Drew Ford upgrade to that position, but Titus Howard should be an upgrade for us and really do some positive things. Unfortunately enough, we are going to lose our game against the Titans 27-21 in close fashion. Now, all of our games this season have been pretty close, which is, what I would call admirable for a team like this that has been, super rebuild mode, super young, not a lot of high overalls or anything like that. Losing by 3 points, and then 6 points in consecutive weeks. Those are tough losses to take, but I'll take that. It shows that this team has the building blocks to be successful. It's just a matter of adding to the roster and developing the roster to a point of success. And so, we come in with a 1-3 record, but that's not unexpected at this point in the season for this roster. But what I did want to see is this is the week where we can finally start our relocation and we can choose which city we want to go to. And guys, I think we're going to go with Austin, Texas. I feel like this makes a lot of sense for us. We're probably going to go with the more traditional style of stadium, and we're going to go with the storyline that we're playing in the Texas Longhorns Stadium, the Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium. I think that's a good kind of compromise for a team that is waiting their home, waiting their rebranding. Maybe that doesn't make the most sense in the world, but I think that's a pretty good storyline to roll with. We'll go ahead and go to Austin, Texas, and I think that's going to work out for us as a holding place. We'll be the Austin Texans for a couple of seasons until we can get back to Houston, where we'll become the Oilers. So keep that in mind. And we're going to join the team late in the game against the New York Jets in a 14-15 contest with the full clock left in this one. We're going to see what Nick Biggs can do in order to try to lead this team to victory against the Jets. The Jets coming into this as a 78 overall, I believe. Abdul Curley doing all kinds of work himself to take this team down to the 25-yard line. The Texans are hungry. Like I said, we've suffered a couple of close losses in recent weeks, but we're out here looking for some victories. We're out here looking to try to redeem ourselves. A tough throw there, a little bit overthrown, but some a good opportunity here with quite a bit of time left in this game. But this will be a good way to finish out the video today, is to bring you in for some highlights. And Arrington does a great job of making that reception, running that route, and slipping through to get himself up to the 6-yard line. See if we can't run the football here, maybe. Good blocking by the O-line. He reaches across and gets the touchdown. We're going to have to go for 2 on this one to try and make it a 7-point lead. But what a play there in order to try to get himself and will himself across the line. Abdul Curley doing well in the absence of Kerry Crisp. And I have to just commend the way that this guy's played as he goes ahead and gets the 2-point conversion and puts the Texans up by 7. And Nick Biggs is going to find Albert O for a huge touchdown. He does. He gets in. Titus Howard, you hate to see that, gets injured on a big play. He just came back from injury not too long ago, but man, What a audible by Nick Biggs. Nick Biggs audibles to this play. He sees the gap in the zone coverage, and Albert O takes advantage of it. Nick Biggs throws this ball to his right, gets him into space, and Albert O, using that speed that we knew would be very, very handy for a young team like this, Albert O able to outrun the secondary, and a last-ditch effort there is going to fail by Thomas III. Is that Earl Thomas III? Unable to make the tackle there, and Albert O gonna put the Texans back up by a touchdown with about half the fourth quarter gone. And with 5 minutes left to go in this game, about 6 minutes actually left to go in this game, what we're going to try to do, we got the ball back. The defense made a nice stop. We are going to do our best effort at running this clock out and trying to come away with a victory. We need to go ahead and check our tempo to chew clock. And hopefully we can do a good job here of taking as much time off the clock here as possible. Not a lot of running room up front.
The Texans on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
Braxton Berrios does make the reception. Does a decent job there of getting off the coverage. And that's going to keep this drive moving, keep the opportunity to chew the clock alive. They are going to be blitzing, so we're going to audible to a quick slant here. Oh, and it's going to get picked off. Desmond Trufant, the one to pick him off there. And that's going to set the Jets up with good field position. All in that interception, the Jets did a beautiful job of punching that ball in. However, Abdul Curley is going to come out here with a nice run and set the Texans up with great field position. And Abdul Curley is going to try to do it himself, getting himself down close to the 20-yard line and setting the Texans up for at least a game-winning field goal. It's time now to continue to chew clock and maintain possession of the ball. We don't want to see what happened a moment ago happen again with the interception. So I'm going to just keep trying to power the ball forward and take time off the clock, force the other team to use their timeouts while staying in range for at least a game-winning field goal, if not trying to go for the touchdown here. And an unfortunate series of events here as we're trying to maintain possession of the football. Abdul Curley gets a great block up front and springs himself. He tries to cover the football, but I think he goes for a bit of a truck animation here. Gets hit sticked, and it's absolutely a fumble. And Trufant, I believe, is right there to pick that up. I mean, that ball bounces right to him. And the Jets are going to get possession of the ball here right there on the 4-yard line with an opportunity to go downfield and take advantage and get the game-leading score. The defense here, though, looking to make the stop. You know, if they can get they could potentially get a safety here. And they do get a tackle in the backfield back to the 1-yard line. Tolbert not doing a very good job rushing the football here. What type of play are they going to come out in? They're going to come out in a spread formation. We're going to go ahead and bring some heat. You know, we ain't scared of this. We're going to bring a lot of guys down, a lot of guys close to the line of scrimmage, and try to get this heat and get this safety, which could be a game-winning safety. A nice tackle on the outside at the 2-yard line. We are considering using a timeout here. And they're not going to get the first down, which is going to give us an opportunity as we call a timeout with a minute left. A minute left, great field position. Going to give us an opportunity here. We might try to block this one. Kiki Kuti back to return. Should be able to get this up to at least the 50 or close to the 50. And really, that puts us in pretty good position to be able to get a field goal at the very least. I know I've said that twice already, and it's backfired every time, so. But Alberto going to be open, and Alberto going to be able to get us a first down, I think. We are going to pass the ball. We're not going to play scared here. We're going to get this ball downfield. and try to take advantage of this field position. We're going to go with the PA boot, take advantage of Biggs' speed. Take our first timeout. Not a lot of time left on the clock, so we got to move this ball a few yards in a short period of time. We're at the 36. I'm not comfortable with where we're at on the field. Biggs down to the 27-yard line, making it a good possibility here. I might try to take a quick shot to the sideline, but they're telling us to go for the field goal. We're at the 27. We should be able to put this through. Let's see what happens. They're going to try to ice us. I don't like the looks of it being iced, but we're going to give it our best effort here. And I think that's going to be good. Fairbairn, with 2 seconds left on the clock, puts the field goal through and gives us a 32-29 lead. And that should do it. 1 second left on the clock. We'll squib it and come away with this victory. And indeed, that will do it. We'll come away with a very close victory here. All of our games this season have been within a touchdown, and many of them have been within a field goal. So a lot of fight in this team, and a great way to come away with a win there, especially after some of that adversity, that fumble, interceptions, things like that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the format of this video. If you guys did, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and keep updated with this series. We have a playlist here on the channel. Comment down below with what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.